It's all about Let's start the game over. Back to the way things were. It's all about the kids. So put your family first. Let's start the game over.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Put Your Family First podcast, award-winning podcast. Sorry we're a little behind. And so we're going to make sure that I cut my phone down. Right? And we're going to get right into it. Today we have a guest. But before we get into the guest, Dr. Heather, how are you?
I am awesome. Thank you.
Good. Brother Dave?
Hey, how's it going? I'm good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. So we're going to get right. Today, we are evolving in our understanding of the importance and the daily activities of living that can promote the well-being of our family and children. Our special guest is Angelina Richardson of Mindful Beauty. We'll share some expert tips and jewels to help us increase our awareness as well as explore a few simple products that can make a big impact in our well-being. Dr. Heather?
Yes. I am excited to introduce Angelina to our listening audience. I am always excited about interacting with her because she's always dropping some jewels, some nuggets of wisdom, and some ways that we can continue to grow as a family, that we can care for our children, that we can continue to navigate this space of wellness in this crowded space that, pulls us in various directions about what is healthy, what is best, and kind of how to identify that. So Angelina is a wholeness and wellness practitioner, as well as a nutritionist. She has a mobile spa. She does incredible work for health and healing and for those who are interested in beauty. And so I'm going to ask her to join us as we start this conversation and learn a little bit more about her. So I'm going to ask Angelina to just say hello to our listening audience.
Hey, how you guys doing?
And just know that what you see on the screen is delayed. So when you see yourself and hear yourself, you'll be delayed. So tell us about Mindful Beauty. Tell us about the journey and how you got started.
Well, Mindful Beauty, I actually started this company in 2015. It was actually named Elite Styles and Beauty. It was a vision at that time that I had to sell like different clothing. And the clothing I wanted to sell was super elite. It was very expensive, and that's how I always wanted to drive. However, my mission changed when I lost 250 pounds. I noticed that I had a lot of saggy skin. I had a lot of other health issues, skin issues, and I really had to control my gut a lot more and to learn more about holistic wellness in order to really sustain my own health and to even look the way I wanted to outside of just getting plastic surgery and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So Mindful Beauty is definitely looking good, but it's not about healing. It's not about just how you look. It's about the healing from the inside out. A very holistic transformation. Brand focus is what I have. So a lot of clients at my body contouring studio, even with the lips, I do permanent makeup lips, and even to transform that, if you have a lot of lines in your lips, and if your lips are maybe have not enough collagen, then that's something I need to tell that person and let them know, hey, you need peptides in order to eliminate the lines and to help with the collagen. And that also lets me know that you may not have enough collagen in your overall wellness.
Wow. All right. And so when you think about Mindful Beauty, I know we've talked about the products that you offer too, but when you think about Mindful Beauty and how it can help the whole family, you have a lot of products and knowledge and information that can help the whole family, not just women who are, or men who are interested in the body toning and those types of things. But can you tell us a little bit more about how you can help and how Mindful Beauty helps the family holistically?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you're right. We help women, men, and children realign their bodies, restore their energy, and really break the unhealthy generational patterns through education, cellular support, and the mindful beauty practices. So, with us, like my baby, she's outside right now, and I had to make that distinction. I used to do mortgages for 10 years, make great money. I love the money there. But I had to pull myself apart and say, my son is 20. He's now playing basketball, but my daughter is 7. Can I really rewrite that? No, I can't. I have to move forward. And my child, when I look at her, my food is made differently from my son. I still food prep my son's food because he's like, Mom, they have nothing healthy on campus. And I'm like, oh, that's the part I'm talking about. It's not just us that have to break the generational curse that way. It's the school districts. They feeding our kids Pop-Tarts for breakfast. Things of that nature that just should not be. And you wonder why our kids have a lot of cavities. My daughter every morning takes her elderberry. We have vitamins for kids right through our company called Pharmacy. With our company Pharmacy, everything is fully holistic. Everything is from the country Turkey. That lets you know European standards is different. Their fennel orange is colored different from ours because it's with natural flavors. It's not artificial flavoring. Okay. So when it comes to my child, she takes her elderberry every morning. When it comes to my son, I make sure he takes his it's multivitamin. Not just that, but he plays basketball. He needs the natural energy, not just doping up on carotene from GNC, and that can kill him because he's trying to lift all the weights and be all lean and stuff, where we actually have carotene here at the company that's natural because everything in our company is non-GMO. It's tested. It's definitely SLS free. It's no heavy metals in our products, period. So it's going to be the purest of this pure. And even with our carotene products, my son loves it, gives him more energy. I makes all his energy drinks. He don't have to buy nothing from the store. I makes it for him.
Nice.
Excellent.
And so as you think about the products that your family uses, how do you see, and wait, let me step back. When I think about some of the families and how they start their day, and I guess I said to start like in the bathroom, what are some of the products that, that would be a good way, maybe modeling after your family too, but a good way to start your day and then moving into on your way to school. So we know a lot of families stop at the gas station or McDonald's or any of these places to try to start their day in a way that's going to, the way that they believe is best for their family. So making sure they have something to eat, but starting even before you get there, how do you start your day? Like what advice do you have and healthy tips and products even from your company that you believe would help a family start their day?
Well, definitely for me, when I wake up my daughter, and I did the same thing with my son, I don't wake him up in a startle. That's number one. You want to wake them up peacefully as possible. It is super early. And I make sure I get up earlier to already have her stuff prepped and know what she's going to wear, even for homeschool. So I have her outfit out. I get up like 2 hours early and make sure her outfit is out. I do my time with God, of course. And then at that point, I'm able to prepare and already know what I have for breakfast. That goes back to making sure she gets up, she gets her elderberry inside of her quickly as possible, make sure she washes her face like the normal things, but brush her teeth in with AeroFresh, which is with Pharmacy product. This AeroFresh is a holistic toothpaste, no SLS in it, which I'm already starting from the beginning of my daughter's life to make sure that she's not over sodarizing her gums, where it's going to actually defect and have other decays and issues in the future. This is at the beginning stage. Also, most breakfast that I do for my daughter is a smoothie. You can make your own smoothie. You don't have to go to Tropical Cafe, things of that nature, because it's like over 50 grams of sugar, I think, per one smoothie that you're drinking, where you can actually have fruits and vegetables. Wash it with however you guys wash it, but I wash mine with baking soda. I do old school, make sure your little worms and parasites come out, right? And then you go ahead and make a nice smoothie. And that's exactly what I do for my daughter most days. I already have her stuff planned out for the afternoon, and even with my son and myself, because my morning drink is an Aloe Glow drink. I put that Aloe Glow in there. The Aloe Glow is actually protecting my microbiome of my stomach, which is the bacteria that lives in our stomach. The gut controls everything. So what I'm doing once I actually drink that Aloe Glow is going to protect my stomach, going to get rid of the bacteria. Now, when I actually take my B12 and my D3, which is part of my morning regimen, it's very important to take that every morning. B12 is essential You can't create that yourself, so you need to be able to take it. But what's the best way to take B12? When you have good gut control. That's what it really is. Because a lot of people, they go out to eat, they drink beer, they do different things, and then they take a D3 and B12. But what's happening is the bacteria all in there. You're not able to really absorb all the nutrition from what you just took.
Oh, wow.
And you wonder why you're having that issue at the doctor's office. Like, oh, it's not this, it's not that. That's because you really need to be able to clear with Alloglow, which is what I take every morning on an empty stomach. And then I'm able to have my breakfast, which was like a smoothie with collagen in it, which is something we do offer here as well. That lets you know back in the lips and the body, even body contouring. If you don't do all of this, we are wasting time, and you're wasting thousands of dollars anyway.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's some good stuff.
Yes. Okay, and so then as you think about what it looks like moving through the day, so say our kids, you pack a lunch for school, for example. What kinds of things do you think would help a student to focus in school, to, that lunchtime or that, at mid-morning snack or things like that? How can we as parents kind of support that for our kids too?
Absolutely. So what I do with my son, like I'm going to be doing this when I leave here. She's like, she's saying practice right now. Like, where is my food? And I'm like, okay. So what I literally do is like, I take everything and I separate everything. And the first thing you need to do when you're packing their lunch is carrots is a good one. I love the carrots. Make sure it's clean. Make sure it's clean. Make sure it's shaped the way your daughter or son would eat it, because my daughter eats it a certain way. I'll pack that. And I started doing it a lot when I was taking her to school, but now here home is easier. That's another reason why I pulled her out of school, was getting too complicated with the food, to be honest. That's another big reason for me. Because as I was taking it, giving her a nice lunchbox with the carrots, with the I would give her still chicken nuggets, but you can make your own with chickpeas. You can create your own chicken nuggets and make them. That's what I do. It's very fun. I can't wait to come up with a recipe thing, but that's what I do. And then, when she gets right from school, normally I go right back home and I'm making her a smoothie. I love smoothies. Smoothies are my favorite.
Okay.
And when it comes to food, somebody just asked me downstairs, like, what do you eat? Well, if I'm on a fast track and I don't have time to stop, I'm stopping at Nino's Shavaggio, or I'm stopping at something like that to get California roll. It's a very simple thing for me. The California roll got vegetables. It got everything that you really need. We don't need to go get my McDonald's and all that, when I could just stop by the grocery store, go pick up a little California roll. Really, that saves us a lot of time and money.
Yes, I agree with
So
you.
is that like, where do you find that? Is that in the same place that they have the sushi, or they have?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can get it from the grocery
So the
store.
live foods.
So I go to Nino's, but some people, Kroger's is my second. That's my, I go there like third or fourth. But I like, if I'm in the area, there's nothing else, I go to Kroger's. Kroger's like the only part I would probably be safe about. I love Nino's. That's one of my favorite grocery stores for the sushi. Not from the restaurants. It's too expensive.
Okay.
You get like sushi for $5. A little nice roll and it's fresh.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay. And so then we get to our kids and after school, right? So now what's a good after school snack, or what's next for our kids to get them through the rest of the day before dinner and,
Absolutely. Well, after school snack, what do I normally do with Angelina? Well, that's my daughter's name too. It's the same name as me. I try to give her some options to choose. Sometimes she may want, she call it taco burger. Okay, where I take the pita bread and I fry my own little pita with my own avocado oil. You gotta look at your own oils, and so that's a whole nother story. But however you fry with, I fry with avocado oil, and I lay a little pita there, and I get her meats. And the meats that I buy is going to be like very lean meat. So it's like anyway 90% lean or so. It's not the most easiest to cut, but I ground them in there just like I do with a turkey or anything. So I let her choose what she wants. You can do a taco sandwich, and then with a side of cucumbers. She loves cucumbers, and that's an easy snack. And it's still water retainable. I cut up the cucumbers. It was so funny. And what's really funny is that she saw, and I know, don't cringe, but she was watching the Kardashians, and Kendall or something, she couldn't cut the cucumber. It's like, I was like, well, baby, she can't cut her own cucumber. That's okay. I cut her cucumber. She was like, I just love cucumbers. And she was eating at the same time as.
Oh, they were on the TV.
Yeah, it was on the TV. It was so interesting. It's like her favorite vegetable, but it's great. And watermelon. I'll do a lot of fruits. I'm more of a fruit person. And watermelon with seeds, not without, please. So you need to make sure you eat watermelon with seeds, not no fake watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I love stuff like that. And I just bring her different fruits,
Okay.
dragon fruit, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, thank you. So when you think about and you look at your family or the importance of family, what are some of the ways that you have found in your journey that are good ways to keep our families healthy?
So many different. You said like different ways to keep them healthy.
Yeah, and I know that you have created a lot of pamphlets and self-help books, guides to help people along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, and so even just the motivation for making and creating those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the motivation of creating it is just really, it's really helping myself. I'll be honest, because and I think a lot of influencers on Instagram and stuff like that, when they give their opinion and when they do this stuff, it's really helping them. You know, to be honest, helping them get on their regimen, helping them stay on their own track regimen, and that's exactly what I do, and that's exactly what I did. When I noticed that I was sick, and I tell you something particular happened to me, I found out a lot of stuff when it comes to food and meat in particular. And me personally, I was sick even during COVID, but I didn't have COVID. And when I got sick, I got real scared. I'm like, I got COVID. And it was like, you don't have it. I'm like, oh my God, well, what is it? It was the bacteria of a lamb chop that I ate at a restaurant. Wow. So that really blew my mind. I was like, what kind of lamb chop is this? Like, we're supposed to be in a nice restaurant. I got, like, I couldn't even eat for 3 days. I couldn't keep nothing down. It was very scary for me. And I said, oh my God, that let you know right there, the gut controls everything, okay? The gut controls everything. So I created my own workbook to teach people how to find the right fruits and vegetables with the right numbering, okay? So you have different numbers from 4, 5, 4, 3, so you can know where you're getting it from. I actually took the liberties, talked to a person who was delivering fruit to Nino's, and I said, where does this fruit come from? And I started asking him a lot more questions, and he was like, well, to be honest, we do deliver to certain grocery stores. They call it the A chain, the B chain, and they start delivering the foods there. And I said, wow. So the stuff at Walmart and Myers could really be horrifying, to be honest. So it blew my mind. So I learned a lot of how to take it more seriously, how to wash your fruits and your vegetables before you start doing that, which I was doing it anyway, but I did it more stringently. When it comes to meat, I do not eat meat maybe once or twice a month. I do not deal with it. Especially after that, it lets me know that it's a lot of bacteria in the meat, and even though you're frying it and cooking it, it's still a lot more bacteria in the meat. If the meat is distressed, it can make you distressed too.
We got a question from the audience. Denise Young wants to know, how did you lose that weight?
Well, good question. So one is semaglutide. It's an injection that you could take. Definitely one of the ways that I lost weight. And definitely right after my daughter, I took a lot of semaglutide injections. And it's also something that was a great brand for me in my business, because I have a medical director that we both sell it out of the clinic. It's very important, because if someone's overweight or they have a certain inch and they want body contouring over surgery, right? You're going to have to lose weight sometimes before you can go right into body control, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Maintain the weight is the key.
That's it.
All right.
If you don't maintain the weight after you're done, I don't care what you have. You can have surgery. You can have semaglutide. One thing I want to make sure I bring home is that everybody always asks that question, but the thing is keeping the weight down. Not keeping the weight down making you sick, but keeping the weight down and staying healthy. That's the key. Because it's some crazy mess. I can't, it's a lot to both of them.
Yeah, I've seen
because
them.
with the injection you can get constipated. It's a lot of stuff. Okay?
Yeah, I've seen them actually have the surgery, cut the gut and everything, and eat right back into it.
Sadly, I had clients like that, and I be the first to tell you all that is not fat though. It's bacteria. So it's the bacteria that's building in the gut. And I am going to be doing a bariatric meeting. I just did a senior center. I did 2 of them already, which is some of the products I have. They loved it. They understand. But absolutely, what you see sometimes, people say, it's loose skin. It's collagen loss. You're not taking care of yourself. It's adding on. It's combustion. That's what happened. And you can see someone like that, you think it's all skin, but it's a lot more to it. The wellness, the gut, everything has to be controlled.
Wow.
And so when I was really, when we were talking, I was really excited and impressed when you start talking about creating these information books. And I know you had mentioned one about the ratings, like you were talking about with the meat and the fruit and the vegetables, that is even a thing.
Yes.
That certain stores carry a certain
Brand.
quality.
Absolutely.
And those numbers actually mean quality,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. And even when I tell people, like, I don't do a lot of social media. I've got to get used to that. It's too much for me, to be honest. But the yellow watermelon, I tell people, get a yellow watermelon. They're like, yellow watermelon? I'm like, oh my God. The most funniest thing, you got all these red watermelons. Have you guys noticed there's no seeds in them? Mm-hmm. The yellow one has nothing but seeds. Mm-hmm. You only can grow the yellow watermelon.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And so that's another indicator that the watermelon with the seeds is another healthy option.
Huge indicator.
And for your gut health.
Right, because a lot of the fruits don't have seeds in them.
That's not good.
Grapes and all of that. And they said, I think I read a study where they put in some of those seedless grapes, it's like 50% more sugar. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right, that draws you and pull you in.
And this is why we have to, I'm telling you, I'm working on something where we can start ordering our groceries and stuff. And there's a couple of groceries I'm still digging into to make sure it's authentic. But they had a strawberry, and I was like, oh, they got the strawberries. I know it's got to be authentic. They got the pineapple strawberry. I said, a lot of people don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. But that's what I'm a chaser for fruit. And there's a lot of companies you can buy from. And get the fruit order. It's expensive though. It's not cheap, like people be on EBT. So well, if it's on EBT, let's just be honest. You know what I mean? And do they take EBT? No, but sadly, right? I'm not gonna go here, but I just feel like that's a little trap when it comes to the food and not able to get the quality food that we should be having access to. And that goes back to the land of growing the food in the soil, which now people are catching on with, which sadly now they changing the soil. I'm not gonna go there, but yeah.
Yeah. So part of this whole healing process is healing the tools that we're using, which is your thoughts, your mind, your hands, the soil. Like we have to heal those things as well as our bodies, as a tool. And so, that's one of the reasons why I was really excited about having you here today to give us some deeper insight so that families have a little bit more information today than they did yesterday about how we can better care for ourselves and our families. And I appreciated the talking about the toothpaste and making sure, and knowing that there are some products out there because you've done some research on it, and that's part of what you have brought into your business is that you are helping to share and show people that these are products that have met your standards and that they can at least build from there. And looking at how you use your investments.
Oh, yeah. And that toothpaste is huge for me because I tell you, when I worked at Quicken, that was one of my favorite places to work, to be honest. I went to the dentist a lot. And then the dentist was like, your mouth is so wonderful. I was like, I didn't know how to take it. But I was like, and then I was like, okay, this is different. And
Nicki Minaj.
excited,
You got a good mouth on you.
I know. Like, where that coming
As a
from?
dentist, I was like, I guess I take it as a compliment.
Right.
So I was sitting there, and he was all like looking and stuff. He was like, I was excited because I really take a lot of pride in my teeth, And then when one dentist told me something happened to me, I had a cavity. I was like, a cavity? I'm like, I'm 35, I got no cavity. How did I have a cavity? I barely eat candy. That's the key. I barely eat candy and I had a cavity. So I was like, no. So I was strict on my diet. Lost more weight probably. When I was strict, and the toothbrush matters. I'm so sorry to be the one to tell people, but you can't buy a bunch of dollar store toothbrushes and think you're going to get the teeth as white as clean as no. You need to get that plaque off. You need to get underneath there, and it takes a stronger toothbrush. I'm not saying Oral-B and Phillips all the time, but you do need to take a little pride in your toothbrush.
Get that motor.
Yeah, a little motor will be good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good to know because some people, I mean, you don't really hear about that kind of conversation. This is what we're talking about. We need to bring more resources, information, insights to our families. And because you've done a lot of the research, that brings the value because it allows some of us to say, okay, this is something what I can consider. This is what I can do for my family. And so what I wanted to do is so I have a couple of bullets here. And so if you have something to add in each of these categories, so I have, here's some of the important places in our daily lives that attention to wellness can be overlooked. So for ladies, in our purse. Can you think of some items that women typically carry in their purses that we could overlook?
Overlook. I'm gonna say I can't.
Right. So like the type of lotion that we might have in our purses or it could be maybe you do carry your toothbrush or should carry your toothbrush and your toothpaste with you. Like all of the things that we carry in our purse, we have an opportunity to make it a healthy environment, not just carrying stuff.
Absolutely.
Even the makeup.
Absolutely.
So any thoughts on what women should carry in their purses or what we shouldn't carry in our purses?
Well, I definitely say you should carry wipes.
Okay.
Wipes is important.
Okay.
You just never know. We need to wipe something. Spray. Because I went, and I learned this from a lady at Verizon. I was like, that bathroom, somebody went in there. She was like, girl, don't never leave without your spray. And she sprayed
And what
it.
kind of spray?
It was, back in the day, which is, she just used Victoria's Secrets and something like that. But nowadays, I'm telling people that little spray, I forgot the name of it. It's called a poopery or whatever. Oh, that works, baby.
Oh, the
It's
poop,
like,
right? The poopery, right?
I'm like, that thing really chopped.
Right.
Hit me through there.
Because it is poopery,
Yes, hallelujah.
not potpourri. It's the poopery.
Yes.
That is it. Yeah.
You need to keep that in the purse because you never know. You out shopping and stuff, Lord have mercy. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then, of course, I don't do a lot of makeup. This I am like, do we on camera? Because I'm like, I don't have foundation on and stuff like that because I'm really not a makeup. I love makeup, but I don't wear it like that. I'm not like kind of a girly girl. But I definitely love my lip gloss. So I would keep a lip gloss in the purse.
Yeah, keep it basic. We don't like all that anyway.
Yeah, I don't really, because I tell you the truth, I used to work at a gun company. I don't know if I should really say it, but I worked for a huge gun company and I helped a lot of people with gun ranges and stuff. So for me, I don't, even with this purse today, I really brung it because I know it was coming here, but usually I just carry a wallet. You know, I don't have time for that anymore. People, my sorority sisters like, why you stop carrying a purse? I'm like, it's a little different.
Downsize.
Downsize is very important.
Downsize.
Well, you ain't got a whole bunch of junk in there.
Yeah, I don't. It's all important stuff.
Well, I have a loaded purse. Okay, so in our
Couch,
bathroom,
a refrigerator.
357.
No, knife.
right? I'm a night girl. I'm a night
I
girl.
got you.
Right. So like things that we should have in our bathroom. Can you give any suggestions of that
whole
outside
bunch
of things we
have
talked
stuff
about?
In the bathroom, baby, it's a whole bunch. I mean, you gotta have. I hope you got shower gel in there.
Okay.
But definitely for my bathroom, it's my fortress. That's why I take all my vitamins, to be honest.
Okay.
So I'm able to take my B12. I have it all lined up. My B12, my D3, my omega-3, which is great for my heart health. It's so important. And that way I have everything lined up and I got my skincare lined up. My whole skincare regimen, which is not a lot of steps, to be honest. But I have my skincare regimen. Most of my skincare regimen, I got 2 of them. My daughter uses the same one, which is great for sensitive skin. But definitely with that in the bathroom, those are, one of my essentials, of course. It's like you got to clean up and take care of yourself in the bathroom. That's what I do there with those things.
What about, do you use a certain type of cleaning products?
Oh, absolutely. So to clean my bathrooms, that's a good question. I hate to say some of these words though, but one of the sprays I still use, one was Myers. I'm not sure if you heard of this. Is that, I hate to say the name. I get it from a company that has the color red and white. I gotta find a little place to go, and then but it's a very light smell. It reminds me of Melaleuca, which is a product back in the day that I did buy. You spray it with no chemicals. But I'm a pickler. I apologize. I still like my Pine Sol. I still like the smell of that. I don't care nobody say. I know it's probably not the best chemicals in it. But I'm like, I still love the way it smells. It brings me back to like a home, home feel. But I definitely use those two things. Of course, the Lysol to clean around the rim of the toilet, which is important as well. And those, I don't use a lot of cleaning supplies, but definitely the Myers. To keep it holistic for my Windex and stuff like that. I don't do that. I use everything on Myers as an all-purpose cleaner.
Okay. Thank you. And we had a comment. Denise is dropping some jewels too. Okay. She says the lavender and vanilla spray from Bath and Body Works is great to keep in your purse. It's small. Thank you for that, Denise. Okay, and so personal hygiene. You talked about your skincare regimen. What does that look like for you? Your skincare regimen.
Oh, yeah. So my skincare regimen, what I normally do is a hydrofacial. I do a hydrofacial twice a week, which is actually going deeper into my pores and cleaning out like a lot of dirt out of the skin, which happens in the environment a lot. And that's a machine that I actually love using. And it just happened, I know, the owner that gives me the facials. But I also pair it with my cold facial, which is what I do in particular, which is a Neff skin facial. Oh my God, the cold skin facials definitely closing my pores like beautiful. I never need to put primer or anything on when I do wear makeup. But it lifts my skin and it helps me with any anti-aging. So it helps me with, it's a huge difference. I did a lot of great things in that business when I had it open at the brick and mortar, but now I'm at the point I'm restructuring and going more mobile with my business for for certain, clientele.
How about for men? The men's skincare regimen.
Men's skincare, my son, it's so funny you said that because my son, he was dating this girl. He's like, I want my skin to glow, like I want to glow. And I was like, oh my goodness. So what I use is called Aqua. That is from our pharmacy line. Everything, I also use age reverses from my pharmacy line. But I use a thing called Aqua, which is more oxygen and hydration to the face, like literally over 124% in bursts in there. So my son, I give him a nice little facial. We're using that. He washes his face first, and then he'll turn around and put his little serum on his face, and then he'll use the moisturizer. He keeps it simple. But he does put a face mask on, which is a whole Aqua sheet mask, which is amazing. And I teach him how to take care of himself. When he's at home, he was only 20. He got all the stuff at the college, but I tell him he got to slow down and be able to kick up and put his sheet mask on. And he's been doing that. Okay. And he had to take me a little picture, like, Mom, it's exciting. He actually sold some of the facial cleanser at the store. He was actually friends with the guy at the liquor store, and the guy at the liquor store was like, come up, bring your stuff. And he sold over $300.
Nice.
Day before yesterday, yeah.
So, men in the studio, do you have a skincare regimen?
Water.
Yeah. Dave, do you have a skincare regimen?
I don't put no soap, rag, and water.
JR? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's long before I go down. It's the first place I go. So I don't have to have two rags.
Oh.
Yes, pretty much soap and water, and I use a lot of lotion to just keep my skin from being dry. Nothing extravagant. I am, it's interesting she brought that up because I was thinking, and I want to definitely maintain contact with you because that was something I had considered when I was in the military, that men now are starting to come up to the light, but men don't do a lot of taking care of themselves externally and internally as well. And so I know everything starts from within in order for you to see what's going to be on the outside. So I thought that, if you look now on the media, everything is about men care. There's a young man that just came up with I don't know what you call it, but a little hand cleaner, scrubber, and he's made bank. But it's not just that, but he had bad acne. It's a young black man. And now his skin is glowing like I was looking at your skin, just glowing like new money. And so, we've been kind of conditioned on, I like to say, kind of on a primitive mindset. This is the macho man, be a man. But it's not about the external per se. It's about down the road what you're going to look like. I'm going to be 68 years old. So at the end of the day, I don't look 68. Now, I'm not saying that to boast, but I don't look 68. So it's certain things we have to do to take care of ourselves, and we don't get much credence. The other part of that is when I was in the military, I was a master fitness trainer, and I used to always say to them, we're not doing physical fitness for the military, we're doing it for life.
Right.
So what I did at 20, I can do at 68. See, so it's about taking care of ourselves. I like calling it self-preservation.
Yeah, and that's funny you said that, because even at the singers, everybody has to sign up that want to listen. It's all women. And I walked in the other side, I saw a lot of men, and I said, why you guys not over here? And I said, now we're going to focus on you guys. Next, we're going to have nothing but a man singers, because it's definitely important. My father passed away during COVID, and I'm not going to touch on it too much, but one thing I told my dad when he was eating black cherries and doing all the stuff for his health, I kept telling him, you need red light, you need this, and what was really sad, he was not understanding what red light would even do. And I was like, this is why we are uneducated, even with red light. The red light, they use in space to grow foods, to take care of themselves, and to do different things. And actually, red light can heal a lot of things in our bodies because it penetrates through the skin, So there's just so much to learn, and that's why I always focus on my son. My son gets in the red light, and he was doing it, body wrapping himself. He was coming out doing the basketball, looking good. I say, you look good, son, look good, So and that's important, because now he's at school. He's like, Mom, the food is disgusting here. It's not healthy, because now I'm changing it, and I cry about that because it makes me proud that it could be changed.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And so.
Yeah, but just on the men thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, we really do, right? I think we started, taking care of ourselves, right? Came after the 80s, right? When he got into the 80s, men started making that pivot and, making sure they look good. I think right now we're a little too pretty, right? Right, which taps into that masculinity piece that makes people question, right? But for some of us, it's the fundamentals, right?
Right.
And like I wasn't really like I'm a cocoa butter guy, but I'm a cologne guy, oil guy, that type of thing. And being clear that even like the sugar, because I always, my mother had diabetes, so I don't. And like Dave, I'm 60, and like the sugar was the one thing that we did a great. I think I did a great job of avoiding. I can do better, which is what I'm doing currently. But because there's a certain point, like these next 10, I want to set it back. So I, started setting it back. But to tap into what the thing that I think that men really need besides those things is more words. I think we have to become readers, because that too affects the brain, the body, and the mindset, and those things will aid you. If you don't have enough words, you don't have enough understanding, you don't have enough communication, those things will aid you as well. So I just wanted to throw that in there a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, though, when you say words, because the words are like containers. They carry power. And the body doesn't care what it hears. It responds accordingly. You send in negative words or negative terminology, it's going to be moved by that. So that's so significant. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Cal.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And Angelina, I think Angelina is looking for you, too.
Before you do that, could you put up that flyer before we close?
Okay.
Yeah.
The body wash thing too, I want to let you know. She said she gets it's lovely. That lotion, we do have a beautiful lotion here at pharmacy. The only reason I used to use Body Works until my hands started breaking out. Body Works has SLS in it.
Okay.
The lotions. Keep in mind that we are SLS.
Oh, that store.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The body
So the ebook launch is, if you read, this is a 1 hour discussion. It's free. The Emmy Way tools engineered by myself and Heather, right? To build stronger bridges between boys and the adults who support them. For parents, teachers, youth practitioners, and anyone working with youth, backed by 70 combined years of experience and proven mentoring and classroom results. The Emmy Way was something we put together over 3 years of work, conversation, and we were using it even in our suicide prevention, but we had to put it where everyone can get it, and so we're launching the ebook. That'll be March 3rd. You want to get on and get these tools for your sons and your family, because with the way cuts have happened, we haven't been able to mentor the way that we normally mentor. So this gave us an opportunity to say, okay, we're gonna make this pivot, and we're gonna bring this process to the world. And I'm telling you, when I say this wholeheartedly, 40 years of work, not one fight. 40 years of work, we've changed the direction, projection of lives. In the last 19 years, we've had 16,000 males. 24,000 families have come across our work in a variety of ways. Our Reading is Life was powerful. And so because we weren't seen the way that we thought we should be seen, this is going to allow us to bring this, because we had a conversation. Walmart couldn't fund us, but the guy suggested that we take what we, and the success that we have, and we put it in its format and take it to the people, so more households and people can have these outcomes. And for us, it's the schools, right? Our kids are going to school traumatized, trauma. They're going from classroom to classroom. With our formula, the child will go from classroom to classroom balanced. Grades will improve. The environment will improve. We know these things to be true. And so you want to get on and tap in. We only got 100 seats. And you want to tap in and be one of the 100 to get into this Emmy Way. And it's just something that you're going to see us push. Once we get finished with this introduction, we're going into webinars and bringing it to the world, right? Because we know for a fact from the work that is hot. Yeah, you can step out.
Yeah. Thank you, Angelina. Thank you for being here with us.
Yeah.
All right. And so as we bring our session to a close today, I am super excited about all the jewels and the tips and the insights that were provided. It is up to us. It is up to us to keep pulling it together, to keep bringing us back together. And we do that through our health. We do that through our hygiene. We do that through how we think and what we put into our bodies and even our thoughts. And Calvin, as you mentioned, our words. For Dave, he said that we're looking at not just fitness for now, but preserving life.
For life.
For life. And that is what this is. Put your family first. This is how we put our family first. We look at our environment. We see what we can do differently today that we didn't do yesterday. And this is no judgment. It is the evolution of our families. This is our prevention and our intervention. And so I'm really excited about taking some of the insights that were shared today and applying it to my everyday life, bringing it into the family. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. Dave, tell them where they can reach you.
You can reach me at FMAM For Men About Men on Facebook, and you can reach me at drome7@yahoo.com.
Awesome. Dr. Heather?
I did want to just do a quick shout out because we had some folks listening in and following us today. So I just wanted to thank you, especially Denise, for dropping some of her jewels and her knowledge and wisdom, keeping us on point. And and it was I thought I saw someone that was joining us, not the Knowledge Gym, maybe.
Yeah,
Or gym.
some type of gym.
Yes, I'm sorry. Forgive me if I've overstepped that, but thank you for being with us. We appreciate you and your feedback. I am Dr. Heather Heteru. You can reach me at yourinspiredjourney.com, or you can reach me by phone at 313-759-7855.
Awesome. My name is Dr. Calvin T. Man. You can reach me at calvintman.com. You can get the apparel at meapparel.com. I gotta say, listening to Miss Angelina and hearing so much around health and how important it was to her, and you can see her passion is driven about making a difference, right? When she, even in the answering about bacteria family. When you don't, it's almost just like education. When you don't have enough money for education, it brings it, tear it down. So it's just like food, right? When you're poor, you're on this, you got Medicaid, right? So your medical health is only going to be this way. You're not going to have the great medical care that if you have it up here, right? It's the same thing, with the food. And so the mindset, someone was asking me, earlier, like about what are you thinking, how far you want to go and what are you looking at? And I was just sharing that there's only so much I can do right here. We have to be able to get in that realm where so I can really affect what's right here, right? Because it's not. I was talking to my therapist, who I was talking to. It just feels like you end up wrestling with the same stuff, right? And you can only do so much because you only have so much. There was a joke used to be that two poor people can't. Right? If everybody poor within your circle, it's going to be hard for anybody to come up, right? So thinking in terms of where we have to go, it's the same for our health. How can you afford the pineapple strawberry she was talking about, right? When down here, all you can get is this, right? So we can make room and excuses or whatever and things like that. Whatever you're dealing with, sure, you got to live with that. But when you ascend, right, and you ascend to where you need to be so you can help. That is the drive, right? And so that's where what she was saying about what was good for you, what was not, and it's not cheap. And she was explaining that piece right there was explaining to a lot of us that it's not cheap. In order for you to have these things because of the way that the system is set it up.
But that's that value that you point out. I'll be real fast on this.
Yeah.
We can afford the high echelon of quality of food. It's prioritizing. See, if you go into McDonald's and you go get a meal and it's $12, you can go to this fruit store that she was speaking of and get the right fruit for $12, but it may not be as in quantity, but you get the quality. And after you start realizing that instead of spending $25 in the junk place, you're now putting $25 in quality food, you notice a difference, so you don't have to get that junk. Your body will know a difference.
Right. And
pray over your food.
Absolutely.
Raise the frequency and vibration over your food, whatever it is that you're eating.
That's right.
My name is Dr. Calvin T. Man. You have been paying attention and talking to us and listening to us talk about putting your family first around health. God bless you and encourage me. I'm young. Peace.